What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today I'm here to bring all of you once again another Tokyo Ghoul topic video. This time, once again, talking about Furuta, a character either A, you love a lot, or B, you've yet to realize his greatness. So, this video is coming after Ishida recently released a picture. A picture on his Twitter, which I'll probably have on the screen, you can see it for yourself. It's probably also going to be a part of the thumbnail. But the thing is that this picture Ishida released is very eerie. For one, it's because when Ishida does pictures, like he does illustrations for something, usually that character is going to be rather important, or something very big wrapped around this character is about to happen. And if you think about it, a lot of shit has been happening around Furuta. For one, we've recently just found out he is confirmed to be Sota. He is a Washu. I mean, we know he's a part of Ogiri Tree. We know he helped Kano out. We know he's the spy of CCG. We know he's a part of CCG. We know he's part of V. We know he's a part of, you know, all sorts of other things. So he has a very bloody mess. For instance, he has his hands in everything. And so Furuta is a character that's actually responsible for Tokyo Ghoul even existing. For instance, the reason how part 1 even started was thanks to this character right here. So he's automatically very important to the series. He's like the foundation block for Tokyo Ghoul. That is how important he is. If it wasn't for Furuta pushing those steel beams on top of Rize, Kaneki wouldn't have became a ghoul. Kaneki wouldn't have gotten tortured. Kaneki wouldn't have turned to white-haired Kaneki. Kaneki would not have, eventually died and turned into Sasuke. Kaneki would not have turned into the person he hated the most, his mother. So forth, so on. It's thanks to what Furuta did is the reason why our main character Kaneki is here today, and why he acts like he does. He's also responsible for a lot of other events or main issues that have happened with core characters in the series. So I'm just going to say, if you're not up to date with Tokyo Ghoul Chapter 66 of Tokyo Ghoul Re, this is going to obviously be a spoiler video, and of course I probably just spoiled a couple things, but I mean, for some reason, if you still want to continue on, and you haven't read the recent chapters, I don't recommend you continue, but if for some reason you do, I do recommend you to actually check out my video I made last week on around Monday or Tuesday. I did a video discussing Furuta and Sota's connection, or whose side is he on, and also in my latest live reaction video I made as well, I talk about Furuta a little bit and his connections with the characters. So, if you're interested in that, you want to find out more about Furuta, I recommend you check those videos out. But anyways, let's dive into the core, topic. So, Ishida released this picture on Saturday night, after I recorded my live reaction, which I uploaded on Sunday, but after I recorded my live reaction, Ishida released a picture that was celebrating Furuta's birthday. And so, we actually got a question answered after I made my live reaction. And one of the main topics of my live reaction, I was asking, okay, how old is Furuta? Because he has a father, we know he's a Washu now, who could possibly be his father? Is it, Yoshitoki? Is it, Matsuri? Who the hell is it? And so there was many questions I had about that, and who in the fuck is, Furuta's father. And why does he have these issues with his father? I mean, there's many questions. But Ishida released a birthday picture for Furuta, and it's a very eerie picture. I'm gonna have it probably on the screen and you can see it for yourself. This picture shows Furuta with a rope around his neck. He has a finger on the rope, but he has a rope around his neck. And as soon as I saw this, I'm like, what a way to celebrate a character's birthday. But also, what does this look like? What does this look like? What type of meaning can I pull out of this picture? Because we all know by now, if you're a big fan of Tokyo Ghoul, when Ishida does a picture, an illustration, or anything, you need to look into it. Because usually that said picture or something could have really big meaning to the future chapters, or the future parts of the series, or this character in general. Most likely, this is very important. So, as soon as I saw the picture, I started thinking about, okay, what does it mean? And I saw the rope, and I'm like, okay, it looks like the Hangman. So, I looked up the Hangman card. And I was looking it up, and I'm like, okay, so what exactly does this mean here? And I actually have done a video on a tarot card that was a Hangman once before, that Ishida did, for Shirazu. I did a Shirazu discussion video, and we know what happened to Shirazu. So, we kind of already know that Furuta dying, it most likely is going to happen, because, I mean, when Kaneki finally gets the chance, he probably will kill Furuta, because Kaneki's going to try to get his vengeance against Furuta after all the shit he's caused Kaneki, and Kaneki couldn't really die thanks to Furuta. We know Furuta's probably going to get fucking destroyed by Kaneki in the future. But for now, though, the rope and thing, I don't know if it's trying to symbolize maybe, Furuta dying by getting hanged, or maybe Furuta you know, that it's just a tarot card meaning. Or it could be both. We don't know. But anyways, I want to dive in and let's see exactly what this means. You know, the tarot card, the reversed hangman. Yes, the reverse. The reason for this is because the traditional card of the hangman is actually upside down. That is their traditional card. The main card of the hangman is upside down, like being hanged upside down. And so, we actually do not have an upright hangman. We have a reverse hangman. Something that is straight up. And so, let's read this card. For one, the hangman reverse represents a period when you feel you're sacrificing a lot and getting nothing in return. What this means is, as we know, Furuta has been doing a lot to find out more about the One-Eyed King. For instance, he has joined Clown. He has, you know, been a double agent, triple agent, quadruple agent with many different organizations. And he's doing so much, but he's getting nothing in return. He's getting no praise from his father. He's not, you know, having anything in return of information. Ato's not giving him information about the One-Eyed King. So it's kind of just like a big circle. He's just running in circles and doesn't know what's going on. You may have felt things were at an absolute standstill with no movement or resolution. For instance, he's not getting anywhere at this moment. It is as though you're suspended in time and unable to make a move forward. For instance, his dad issues, and also you can't find information about the One-Eyed Ghoul or One-Eyed King. It is as though you're suspended and unable to make a move forward, backwards, even sideways to get out of your current situation. Your own goals and dreams are put on hold because of your external realities or internal issues. For instance, his father issues. That's probably his internal issues. This is an energy that is passing out of your life, and you can now expect things to start happening once again, and major changes to occur. The major changes imply the One-Eyed King eventually appearing, which could possibly be Kaneki. I had a video on this I just made, and most likely it's already uploaded at the time you're viewing this video, so check that out if you've yet to see it. You know, the things or major changes that are about to occur is the One-Eyed King being born, which might be Kaneki. This period of suspension is like a catalyst for what is to come. You may be putting off making a decision in the hope that it will all sort itself out eventually. However, this is often just wishful thinking. What is happening is just that you're simply stalling the inevitable, and you will at some point be pushed to make a final decision. And we know how decisions are when it comes to Tokyo Ghoul. When you don't make a decision, usually a decision is made for you. And to make a sacrifice in the process. In a reading where a relationship has been put on hold, the Hangman Reverse suggests that you're happy to wait around to a point. You realize that this relationship will evolve over time, and that due to its complexities, it cannot be rushed. However, you also do not want to be on hold forever, and you acknowledge there will be come a time when you must make a decision about your current relationship. Now, in terms of his current relationship, I'm assuming it has something to do with Rize, because we had some connection with Rize in Furuta, of which the story was not told. Now, the Hangman Reverse suggests a loss of faith in your ability to surmount life's obstacles. So, Furuta, I don't think, is necessarily at this point. I don't think. I mean, the life obstacles that he's having right now is the One-Eyed King and Ogiri Tree, but I don't feel like he's officially got completely into that. You may be refusing to go within for a spiritual nourishment. It is very important at this time to look within through meditation and restore your faith in your ability to get over life's challenges. Knowing that this difficult time will soon pass, accept your circumstances and be at peace with yourself. So that is the card reading for Furuta. So, pretty much he's at a moment in time where he has to make a decision. He needs to kind of, you know, sacrifice something. He's at a standstill, but major changes are about to happen. So there is a possibility that Furuta is going to become someone that's going to have to choose, probably maybe a side or something. Because at this time, Furuta's always been someone that's not on anyone's side. He's not on Washu's, he's not on V, he's not on CCG, he's not on Ogiri Tree, he's not on Clown's side. He's on nobody's side. So, with the major changes to occur, maybe Furuta's finally going to have to pick a side. And you know what would be a cool thing, since Furuta's so obsessed with finding out who the One-Eyed King is? What if Furuta chose to be on the One-Eyed King side? That'd be pretty cool if you think about it. So, maybe that's a change that could possibly happen, who knows, but that's something food for thought to think on, because, I mean, since this is kind of a card that Furuta's been assigned, we need to think more into this, or what this means for the future of Furuta's character. Now, Ashita, alongside of the picture that he released, he also released a poem with the picture. And the poem, thankfully enough, has been translated, which I will have the translation in the description, along with Ashita's original poem that's in Japanese. I will have it also in the description, but I want to thank the translator. Makyun, for actually translating this poem, for we can read it and dive into it and see exactly what this means. Now, I'm not a person that can really sing or do a poem well, so I'm not even going to try it, but I'm just going to read it. So, let's see exactly the meaning inside of what Ashita wrote. I have become 6 years old. This is Furuta in first person, okay? Just to do a FYI, Furuta is saying this, and this is celebrating Furuta's birthday. I have become 6 years old. How stupid. What's so joyous about birthdays, I wonder? Never in my life have I ever felt grateful for being born. We're getting to see the inner psyche of Furuta. But for you people, how are you still celebrating your life despite how hopelessly stupid or ugly you are? I am genuinely impressed. Doesn't it make you want to die? If you die, you can get cured, you know. This is true. So he's pretty much saying death is the cure, pretty much. You know, it's the cure. I was born during leap year, so this explains why he says he's 6 years old. I was born during leap year, and since February 29th only happens once every 4 years, I'm around 6 years old. Meaning, I can only live a quarter of a person's life. That's some pretty symbolic meaning right there. So if you were planning on giving me something, in this year, I want 4 times more of that love or hatred. I don't need anything else. Besides, what you people get is usually food or something consumable or trash, right? Just kidding. Even if I celebrate it, I can't help it. I'm just a human being, quote, who doesn't think of anything about the day they were born. P.S. Laugh. It's fun. Furuta couldn't. So, I find that very interesting. It goes to show you the hatred that Furuta has for his father, his upbringing, his life, how many years he's been born, how he views birthdays, how he views, you know, life and death. I mean, we get to see a lot of the inner psyche of Furuta, which is really cool, by the way. I love how, you know, Ishida did that, and how Furuta explains this, too, with it, you know, how he feels. So, we actually finally got an age of how old Furuta is. Furuta's 23 to 24 years old, and now finding this out, since he's technically 6 years old because of leap years, we now have an official age. So now we can do some comparisons to the other Washus right now. So now let's view Yoshitoki. If you did not know, known relatives of Yoshitoki is Tsuneyoshi Washu, his father, Yoshio Washu, the grandfather, Matsuri Washu is his son, and Io Washu is his daughter-in-law. Now, looking at Matsuri Washu's age, let's see his age. As you know, Matsuri is like one of my most hated characters, but the age of Matsuri is age 29. Now, going to Yoshitoki, he has no confirmed age at this moment. If you go to his age status, he has no confirmed age, but since Matsuri Washu's age 29, and we found out that Furuta's 23 to 24 years old, exactly, I forget exactly which number he is, please forgive me, I can't think on the top of my head. He's around the exact same age range as Matsuri, so there's a very good possibility that Yoshitoki could be the biological father to Furuta. Now, this right here complicates a lot of things, because for one, Furuta being the biological son of Yoshitoki, that would mean that maybe Matsuri and Furuta are brothers. Yeah, that shit's happening. So, that's strange in of itself, thinking about it like that. Now, it could possibly be another Washu, we don't know, but that's what it looks like at the moment. It could possibly be Yoshitoki, now that we found out the real age of Furuta. So, now that we discussed that, and I've discussed the poem, let's talk about another topic at hand. Let's think about Furuta's position. What is he going to do now? Since Furuta, we found out he is someone that's been trying to investigate the One-Eyed King, trying to figure out who the One-Eyed King is. He has an obsession, pretty much, so to say. He's willing to go out of his way to join the clowns, intermingle with a bunch of ghouls and stuff, and try to figure out what is going on. We know he has a connection with Rize as well, a very complicated relationship, because apparently from what we found out was that Rize and Furuta were bred. Now, because of this, we know for a fact they were probably, you know, bastards from a human, and then they became like some form of half-ghouls or experiments or whatever, and that's kind of what they are. And so, because of this, Furuta can no longer call his father because, you know, he's not really a proper son, so to say. Matsuri is the proper son. And this kind of explains a little bit of the connection between Matsuri and his father, kind of why they act like they do, but also, we get to see exactly Furuta with his, you know, obsession. Is he trying to make it to where his father accepts him for who he is? Or is Furuta having other goals in mind? That's a question. We don't still know the true motive. The only motive we've gotten so far from Furuta is that he wants to find the One-Eyed King. And so this explains Sota's behavior. For instance, him wanting to find out more, or, you know, him being a part of the clowns was to find out about the One-Eyed Kings. So, many questions we have. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the information on Furuta at this moment. His birthday, how old he is, alongside of the, the hangman meaning. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.